The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Hey guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had the Demon Summoning App. This is part 5, and the last part, they did the Heroes vs. Villain test, and Izuku basically give, Bakugo the beatdown of a lifetime, even without killing, even worse than what he did to him in, what Bakugo did to him in canon. So yeah, not only that, a couple people in Class 1A is kind of weary of Izuku and the kind of personality he is. At any rate, he also meets with May. At any rate, that said, let's get into this. As Izuku is still kind of wondering why Hatsume is right here, as she's saying, I wanted your opinion on something. I saw your hero costume, and it seems like it's just a hoodie and a white hoodie with bunny ears. As he's saying, yeah, so? As she's saying, you don't mind if I do some modifications to it? I mean, somebody like you could use some pretty neat stuff to it. As Izuku's saying, well, I don't mind. I mean, you are my my hero support engineer, so I wouldn't mind. It's saying, yay, nice. You don't mind if I add some fun stuff, just stuff that seems practical. That's all I'm asking. No, don't go crazy, okay? As she's saying, fine, you're no fun sometimes. As Izuku's saying, well, I can't always help it. After that, the two both walk to the station together, and the next day, class is resumed as usual, as everyone is still kind of weary of Izuku. However, Ochako and Ida aren't, because they've seen the kind of kind-hearted person that Izuku is, even if he does seem like a sarcastic asshole. And as for Bakugo, he's still pretty bandaged up from what happened yesterday. After that, Aizawa soon comes in with their results of their battle training. As he soon points at Izuku, saying, Midoriya, what you did during the battle training was pretty brutal, if anything, and I won't condone it, but it was pretty practical, if I do say so. As Izuku's saying, well, of course, I mean, you gotta take down the villain any way you can. Even from a villain who's willing to do whatever it takes to win. Am I right? As he soon gives off a little bit of an annoying smile. As I was saying, true, but you're still a student. And you also beat down your fellow student, Bakugo, pretty hard. As he soon says, as for you, Bakugo, you took your exam pretty serious. And don't let this loss take you down so easily. It just shows on how much you need to improve. Got it? As Bakugo is still pretty damn annoyed and just growls because, he can't really talk that much because of his jaw. As for everyone else's, he just basically says what he says in canon. After that, he tells everyone to prepare that they need to work on something important. As they all are wondering what it's going to be a test. If it's going to be a test or probably something similar to that of the, quirk evaluation test. As he says, you need to choose a school rep. As everyone has a sigh of relief, saying, just regular school stuff. As Izuku says, whatever. After that, everyone begins voting for themselves and asking if they could be school class rep. As Ida's saying, now everyone, please calm down. We must vote in such a democratic matter. As Izuku saying, I agree. I think it'd be better if we all just vote instead of like just asking for ourselves to do it. Best highest majority wins. As everyone's surprised hearing this, as Izuku saying, "What? I can be, I can be reasonable. What? I'm more reasoned than anything. You got to agree with that." As soon after, the one with the highest votes being Ida and Momo, as everyone is okay with the situation and agrees, as Izuku actually voted for Ida as well, mostly because he doesn't want the attention and just wants to focus on getting stronger. Before class was over, Izuku was soon called to All Might's office, with Izuku getting pissed off, but tries to calm himself and says, "Alright, I'm on my way," and leaves the room, with him feeling quite annoyed. And as he clenches his hand into a fist and shaking, as he tries to once again try to calm himself from so much rage after what happened a year ago. As he knocks on the door, and All Might says, "Come in, young Midoriya." "Young Midoriya, that must be you. Please, come in." After that, Izuku saying, "Yes, All Might, what do you want to talk to me? Because honestly, class is about to end, and I need to focus on my work." As saying, "I understand, young Midoriya, but I must ask you a question." As saying, "What is it? Tell me, how did you get that power? When did you get it? Tell me, and please do not keep any secrets." As Izuku says, "I'm a late bloomer. Isn't it obvious? It's pretty obvious, don't you think? I wouldn't be able to beat..." And let me get, as All Might saying, "It's true that late bloomers do exist, but to the point of having such a powerful quirk, it normally takes people years to master a quirk that they just awakened to. And you said that you got your quirk says it's called summoning. Am I right? Tell me, how do you summon?" As Izuku says, "I can summon things by imagining them and bringing them back and bringing them out. It's easier with my phone than I do by my hands. If I do it without my phone, I can actually hurt myself. Is that simple enough for you, All Might? Because honestly, I'd rather just go, you know?" Is All Might saying, "Listen, young Midoriya, the way you talk, it almost sounds like you barely even respect your own teachers." And Izuku says, "No, I respect my teachers. I respect everyone here at UA. I just don't respect you." As he's saying, "What? After what you said to me, I've basically spent my life being everyone's punching bag, and my life almost ended twice. I was given a second chance with my quirk, and I'm not letting somebody like you, who basically has to hide behind a false identity just to get this power, just to show that you're truly still powerful. I hope you understand that, All Might, because I'm going to replace you as the number one hero. I'm going to be the strongest. So, keep that seat warm for me once I graduate UA and take you down from your pedestal. Got later. Now that we're done here, I need to go. Later." As he soon leaves, and All Might feels almost a bit hesitant and actually feels a bit nervous, especially on realizing that this may be his fault that Izuku is like this. That he was just a kid, and now he's somebody who's so cocky and believes he can even take down All Might easily. As Izuku saying, none of my demons are strong enough to take down All Might. Kukula may be strong, but he's not on the same level as All Might. I need to get stronger demons quickly before I graduate UA. As Izuku thinks this, he heads to the cafeteria as Ochako and Ida began asking Izuku what did All Might want with him. As he says, just a little just saying not to go overboard with what happened with Bakugo. As he's saying, as Ida saw the footage and says, I agree, what you did was pretty unbecoming of a hero. As Izuku says, yeah, I know. It's just, I really hate Kachan a lot. As Ochako asks, there's a lot of tension between the two of you. Can I ask why? As Izuku puts down his food and says, well, before he could say anything, Hatsume soon appears saying, hey Midoriya, you're gonna talk about your past? You've never been pretty talkative about that. As there you are. I was wondering where you would be, Hatsume. As both Ida and Ochako began asking, do you know this girl? As Izuku introduced, oh yeah, Hatsume, this is Ida and Ochako. Ochako and Ida, this is Hatsume. She's from the support course. As she's saying, nice to meet you, and care to explain yourself, Midoriya? As Izuku's saying, oh yeah, before I was interrupted by you, he begins explaining his past on how he was quirkless, that he didn't have power, and that his life has been nothing but a nightmare. As he begins wanting to overcome, but now that he has his quirk, and that he's gotten stronger, he doesn't want to go back to being weak ever again. To the point on where people could tell him he can never become a hero, no longer. As they hear this and realize, you have had it rough, Midoriya, and I can understand your reasoning and your aggressive nature, but still, I will root for you as a fellow hero, but you might need to learn self-control. As Izuku says, yeah, you're not wrong. That was just me venting at least 10 years of frustration and years of bullying from a person that I used to think of as my best childhood friend. So now that's taken care of, I think I'm good to go. So, no need to worries, right? Right. As he goes back to eating. As Hatsume does the same. As Ochako began asking, so, Deku, can I ask on how did you and Hatsume meet? As he says, oh yeah, I ended up helping her almost get from being roadkill on the street. As both Ochako began asking, what? As she says, oh yeah, I was too busy looking at my phone and checking out my babies on my base, as Izuku saying, her support devices. However, I didn't see that the light was about to turn red, and Midoriya helped me. After that, we've actually made a partnership. Me helping him out with his support gear, and I see about his support, and I help, and he tests out my support items and see if they work. As Izuku said, so it's a pretty good deal, if I do say so. And as they realize, is that safe? As Izuku saying, don't worry, I signed a worksheet saying I can actually test out her support gear. However, if it seems too dangerous, I just allow one of my demons to do it. They're loyal to me, but I know they won't die, so I'm okay with that. As they're saying, wait, demons? As Izuku said, oh shit, did I just say that out loud? Before they could press him on the matter, an alarm sounds, with everyone freaking out like crazy, thinking that that they're asking what's going on. Even a third year begins asking that this has never happened before, that it has to be a villain attack. As everyone begins rushing to the entrance, and everyone feels like crowded. However, Izuku can notice that it's not really a villain attack, that it's actually all the reporters still outside. Izuku realizing, okay, enough of this bullshit, and basically tries to bring out one of his demons, hoping he can get Cullen so he can teleport to the front to explain everything. However, he got something quite better, Mo Shiva, as he's saying, all right, this is better than Cullen. As she asks, what is it, Master? As everyone that sees Mo Shiva basically begins freaking out, thinking that she's a villain actually got into the cafeteria. As Izuku saying, just bring me up to the entrance, all to the top of the entrance over there. As he points, she grabs Izuku saying, as you wish, and she flies him up to the top. As he tells him to drop him onto a small ledge. As he explains, everyone calm your asses down. Don't worry, it's not a villain attack. All it is just a stupid press. As everyone sees, as some of the people that are near the window sees this and verifies what Izuku just said. As Izuku soon takes a deep breath saying, whew, that was so annoying, As everyone begins walking through the entrance easily, Ida sees this and realizes the situation that Izuku made the situation a lot more easier than before he realized it. As everyone goes back to class, he soon asked if Midoriya could be class rep, with Izuku saying, not interested. As Ida saying, but Midoriya, you realize the situation so much better than I did. Not only that, you resolved the situation so much easier as well. I feel like it would take longer for me if I did so. As Izuku saying, yeah, but I'm not the leadership type. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like you would be better for the role. You and Yaoyorozu would be better for the role. That's just what I'm saying, man. Don't force yourself. As everyone realized this, and thinking that Izuku's just being humble, with Kirishima saying, why not, hey Midoriya, why don't you just be the vice president alongside, Yaoyorozu? As Izuku saying, wait, what? Why would you? As Sue also saying, since you realize the situation just as better as in Ida saying that you would make a good rep, why not? I think you would be great, Midoriya. As Bakugo tries to say this, bullshit! He doesn't deserve to be class rep! What the hell is wrong with all of you? As every word he says he now feels in pain. As Izuku hears this and thinks, well, if Kachan doesn't think so, maybe I would be good as a good vice rep. However, I won't take the job unless Yaoyorozu's okay with it. As he soon asks, Yaoyorozu, if you don't mind, if it's okay with you. As she's saying, if a vice rep, if the main representative of our class feels inadequate, it would normally go to the first vice rep. However, if this is what our class wants, then so be it. Midoriya, I'm okay being a co-vice rep alongside you. As Izuku saying, okay, fine. Alright, you guys got a vice rep. As Aizawa was saying, whatever. Just looks like you guys decided pretty easily, even though you already decided. With that settled, the day goes on and it ends. With Izuku looking at the security gates on how the press got in, because it would make no sense on how the press would get in so easily. As he sees this, he realizes, wait, what the hell is this? As he thinks, wait, was this destroyed from the inside? Nah, it looks like it was decayed. How? As he begins freaking out like crazy and takes a piece of the gate's metal that was decayed, that was basically at nothing but ashes right now, and heads to the support course where Hatsume says, Midoriya, right on time. I'm hoping that you could, as Izuku says, yeah, I'll stop you right there, Hatsume. Are you good with chemistry and stuff? Or are you good with certain types of metals? As she's saying, somewhat. Why do you ask? As he's saying, can you look at the dust of this? It's from the security gates after I was just about to leave. As she's saying, sure, I don't mind. As she looks at the security gates, what the material is made out of, and says that it's made out of a strong material fusing both steel, iron, and copper. It's pretty hard that even the strongest heroes, but maybe certain people like probably All Might or maybe even Endeavor could break through it. But anyone else, it would seem impossible. As Izuku thinks, then I don't think that what happened this afternoon was an accident. As she's saying, what do you mean, Midoriya? As it's just a hunch, but I need to go see Prince Manezu. I'll come back to help you out later. As he leaves, and he speaks with Principal Nezu and with Aizawa also there, as they ask if it's true, if that really happened. If that's the case, why do you say this? As he says, it's just a hunch. You don't have to take it to face value. It's just how I felt. It just felt weird that the gate that was made to take on powerful heroes and villains that would be destroyed so easily by press, by mere reporters. And that's all I'm saying. And Aizawa was saying, you got a good point. You got a good eye there, Midoriya. We'll check in and see about this. So, and we'll also look at the security gate footage. Other than that, you're dismissed for the day. As Izuku says, alright, later, Mr. Aizawa, and you, Principal Nezu. As he leaves, he's saying he's pretty casual with everyone. As Aizawa says, he's too casual. But he does seem like he has a good head on his shoulders. Not only that, he's pretty smart for somebody of his age. But after that, they soon go into the details about checking out the security cameras and footage and see what really happened. As for Izuku, basically going through intense pain about testing all of Hatsume's support items, basically all of her babies. With Izuku feeling nothing but pain, he could have used any of his demons like Kukulin, Bao Shoza, or even Jack Frost, but decides not to. Mostly because he wanted to spare them the same pain he's basically going through. Because to him, his demons are like the closest thing to best friends he actually has right now. However, he does feel a lot more closer to Ochako and Ida, but even feels more closer with Hatsume, who before actually taking him to the infirmary to get properly patched up by Recovery Girl, actually tends to his bandages a lot more, tends to his wounds before she does. As Izuku is saying, you're kind of, when you're not being a mad scientist, you're actually pretty kind. You know that, Hatsume? As she began blushing and saying, when have I ever not been kind? And personally, I could drop you if I wanted to, as Izuku saying, nope, please don't. I'll shut up. As she begins laughing, with Izuku laughing as well, with the two of them growing even more closer than they did before. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Please like and subscribe, which really helps out my channel. And with that said, this is Mooky signing out. Later.